right, folks. Well, thanks again so much for tuning back in with us. We are pumped about the 2021-2022 archery season. We had an amazing time last year, and I know we're going to again. So if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. So like I said, we're going to just do a little bit of talking as we're moving over to this other location. About a little bit of do's and don'ts for trail cam placement. We were just at Mark Twain National Forest, and we were checking out this bit of property which we thought may have been slightly landlocked. Well, come to find out that it was completely landlocked. And what had drawn us to that, and what you might think about when choosing a trail cam location, is the prominent wind direction. So basically we had a road running east to west, and we were choosing a location on north to south. So on a north wind, we'd hunt one direction of the road, and on the other direction, wind direction, you know, the southerly side of the road. So definitely when you're wanting to get a trail cam mineral site set up, is thinking about those prominent wind directions. Also, again, with that being your approach to the stand and that wind direction, and just making it as easily accessible as possible that you can do that.
And the least amount of invasive as possible when you're checking these sites. You don't want to be in there disturbing things that you shouldn't. You want to make sure you can get in there without stomping on the trail, not stomping on anything that these deer are going to be attracted to. You want to be the least amount of invasive to their territory as you possibly can.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a certain amount of times that you're going to have to go into these areas. So whatever you can do to make each trip into your area the most effective. I think tonight, me and Justin really are looking more at finding this location. We're headed over here tonight where he had some encounters last year, so we already have that confidence of being able to establish this site and it not go to waste, more or less. So anyway, thinking about that wind direction. Also, another thing you think about is whether it be, are you having them come to the site itself, or are you putting it up on a trail? If your focus is on the trail, then you want to set that trail cam up shooting down the trail and not at a 90-degree angle of the trail. Also, to set your trigger speed accordingly for that, because they will walk right through your window and you'll only get the tail end of them. You definitely want to see that head, see what bucks are in the area. That way you'll know, get a shooter hit list going. So don't set up 90-degree on a trail. Be aiming down with the trail, so you can either get a forward coming into the camera or walking away picture at least. But so you have to think about, are you setting up on a trail, or are you going to be setting up on the mineral site itself? With some of the experience that I've had with the setting up of a mineral lick, you can put it too close to your tree itself. So you also have to think of proximity to your actual tree you'll be climbing. So here I'm going to rely heavily upon Justin on where he's been seeing these bucks moving in, and then we're going to scout out some trees and then find out what would be the best location on a downwind scenario to set up this mineral site. So anyway, just a little bit of a tidbit there. Justin, you got anything you want to add before we get off back down in here to the woods?
Yeah, on this side here, I hunted this spot over here pretty hard last season, and set up on one end of it, kind of off in the distance, seeing a decent sized buck going through the woods there. Kind of found his trail. On my way out, I would do a lot of intel, kind of find out where he's going. I didn't have the set that I needed last year, so I just left it alone. This year I'm going in early, getting my set, everything like that. And then hopefully by the time early season rolls around, I'll have him on camera and have a stand ready and just ready to throw an arrow at him.
Well, we're going to be putting in some time this year, so hopefully when season gets here, we'll already have a game plan in motion, and we're relying heavily upon these trail cams. So we're going to do a little bit of a review and show you some how-tos while you're in the field of setting up on these trail cams. So stay tuned with us.